Yeah, I started working on it. I have a copy of the last draft.
Yeah. Unnecessary.
Yeah, the new one's 5 pages.
Yeah.
That statement there isn't even in there at all. That doesn't stipulate. And that reads from here and goes down top of this. Oh, yeah, but that's just looking at that statement. I'm not sure why that's already in the meeting policy. That's not part of this. Right, with this. Right. This would happen anyway. It doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to be in there to say that. That's good. That was one that Keith talked about before, was how that was worded. So that's good. So that's, I think once all of these things come out, it won't be 5 pages. There you have that. So this is how I worded that, so the public comments, the appropriate times outlined in policy 006, because the meeting policy drives when everything happens.
Yeah.
So if you change that order, then you've got to come over here and change this too.
This, yeah.
So these things should not be in
No
there.
need to read it. This first.
Hang on a second. So we're gonna we're gonna use this statement with this wording.
Yeah. So you don't have to be revising 3 policies, you make one change.
Right. I put concrete this morning, I can't read it all out. Yeah, 'cause we already knew, I mean, that was pretty simple. It's not, we have 2 periods, so you're gonna get to,
Yeah.
one way or the other, you're gonna get to talk about it. It just depends on which time. Should have had a laptop. See what these other 2, I don't know what those policies are. It's always fun reading policy. We don't have one, 3. challenge.
Such a dead zone for my cell phone. I don't know why this building is such a dead zone for my cell phone. It's like Millville. Right in the middle of Berwick. I've got no problems anywhere else in Berwick.
Yeah, this one's bad.
But
And then we
this
have
building.
3.5 pages of for flat.
I think they do it
For
for
blue lines, actually, they really covered that.
I don't, but I just wonder, yeah,
Oh, is that what
there's
that is?
something weird about
Oh, yeah.
the atmospheric conditions of the roof or something.
But it's mainly just this room. The corridor is not too bad, but this room is the
Yeah, the corner's not too bad, but I was just talking to the editor and it cut out 3 times on me.
wow.
PSBA wants us to add to the public comment, there's a whole half page here about signing in and filling out paperwork,
Oh,
turning it in.
wait, signing in, well, I mean, signing in makes sense, but.
No,
Like signing up to do public
signing up
comment
for
ahead
public
of time.
comment.
Wow.
We're not doing that.
Why?
There are other districts that have it, I've seen it in other districts'
Oh, yeah.
policies, but we have a big red X through that, right?
Well, good on you.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Well, you're sitting in a meeting and
If we
decide
get to
you
where
need say
meetings have like
something, you gotta be able to say
all
it.
the chairs full all the time, and we need to be more orderly, then maybe we will. But a lot of times you might not want to think you want to comment till halfway through the meeting, and then what do you do?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, somebody says one thing that just gets you and you want to make your comment.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you see something on the agenda you hadn't seen before. We already have this. That was on the previous page.
That makes me think of another question I'll throw at them.
Lawyers like to turn 2
What happens
pages
if they
into
add
5.
something?
Oh, it's no reason.
Did you guys read or watch A Gentleman in Moscow?
No.
It's guy after the Russian Revolution ends up getting Russian guy ends up being told he has to stay in this hotel forever. He ends up becoming a waiter in the hotel to make a living. But at some point, the Russians decide that that everything has to be documented in the restaurant. So you put in your order, and the waiter has to fill out a form and give that to a clerk, and the clerk marks that that the form has been turned in, and then they send it over to the cook, and the cook marks that he's got it, and it goes back to the clerk, and then the clerk confirms it, and it goes back to the cook, and that's kind of what this reminds me of.
So they So that's this again. It's the same thing again. Like that. Not that that's ever been an issue. So there. Oh, there, the rest of it, that's all others have had. Unless after everybody else has talked, we already have that.
That's how we operate.
That is. That's in the meetings policy. That's in the meeting policy. Actually, it's right here on this one. It is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
You're tough at it or something, you give a reasonable answer to
Right.
quickly to do it.
that's one of the ones. We don't keep those around, we're allowed to keep those. Would you have 2 days to ask for those? We do this already, let's see if it's in. That's 006. No, I've seen it written down. Remember to bring a laptop next time for these meetings.
Lock us in.
Yeah, it is on, this is 06, so it's already over here.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we only needed 2 policies.
Well, these two work together. This is
Policy for that.
for what, for this?
Yeah.
Well, it's already part of
It's already
this.
laid out.
And it's also in the other one too. Pretty sure. It says it's in this one.
Say, I thought we talked about that somewhere.
Be nice if you could just text search this. So we have this piece. Does this need to be, does that even need to be said?
I don't think so. It seems like unnecessary words to me.
So we'll go keep what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. They put out another one of these updates, and there was something about that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, I didn't realize it was going to apply to this, or I would have had it printed.
It seems unnecessary for the size of our meetings.
Right.
One of the things that was the first gymnasium. It's going to be different.
So then, they're saying here that it was removed due to legal challenges, and over here in their guidance, they're saying could be subject to
Could be.
legal challenges.
So it could be, but has a nice everything in there. So this little meeting, I don't think anybody wants to stick with that stuff.
And this, I can't believe anybody.
Anybody would be, okay.
How would the board meeting go if the public comment on agenda items was before each item was voted on?
Be a very long meeting.
Very, very, very.
I didn't, I can't imagine any board would take that one.
The only one that I would say that should be is if you add an agenda item.
And that's
Right,
in there.
and that's already in there.
that you
We
have
had
a
something-
chance to let
yeah,
public
that-
open.
Public comment for that, yeah.
That's, yeah, okay, I didn't know if that was or wasn't in, but that would be, no, please don't.
Yeah, when an item is, we already have that, when an item is added to the agenda.
Because I'm not sure you did that in one meeting.
We didn't do that last meeting, when we added the hirings. They weren't all hirings.
Yeah. I think there was one other couple months ago, but again, it wasn't anything major that you added. But, oh, okay, now that I know that's there.
I expect you to call us out on that. See, that's good, I don't have to remember, because I know that you'll remind me.
Come on, I make it entertaining for you.
We don't have enough entertainment up here?
It all depends. Who and what it is, that's all I'll say to that.
Entertaining can be relative sometimes.
That's
From
right,
perspective.
subjective.
So that one's done, good, we got through one, that's great. That's the tough, that was the toughest one, the rest should not be too bad.
When we get back onto we need Fair Week off. That pushes me a little.
Well, the other states addressed here. Because theirs does say 50. So, this is a, Liz, can I ask a question?
Maybe.
Can you give us an overview of the Character Counts program? Are you familiar with that?
The program character count,
Yeah.
like specifics of it,
No, just an
or just any character education program?
well, now this, I guess, so that's what that is. So Character Counts is a character education program. We have, what do we have? The
So
leader?
we do not have a formal character education program here right now. We utilize one that the district teachers have pulled together. We use some components out of our online career planning for part of it. So we have to do career planning K-12, but Character Counts is a program. There's like Leader in Me, there's a whole bunch of different ones. What we've done in our school district is that teachers came up with a series of character traits that we look at each month. We have some lessons that we pulled together. We have some books that go along
So
with
if
that.
we were gonna recognize that, we would want to be general and not say, and not be
Yeah,
specific
because
to
it
one
would, we
program.
would not want to have to be tied to one program or another,
The
or
wording
anything.
is specific to that one program.
Yeah, because, I mean, just for anything, you don't want to necessarily, whether it's a math program, reading program, we want to make sure that we have flexibility for us, so.
Policy, I'd like to be a little broader on things.
Yeah, because programs come and go, like,
Yeah.
they rename themselves all the time.
Really?
Just go.
I know.
That was the only thing I seen was just questioning that, on that one.
No way they can charge more money.
I'll just write on yours because it's formatted properly.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it onto one page no matter how hard I tried.
I didn't know she was gonna make it back already.
I don't know. Yeah, the piece of this is designation of responsibilities. Because none of our other policies today have that. Yeah, right here. So this would say, so this would be the superintendent or designee would. Well, that's Bob Bush. Because if there's no 3, then that becomes 3. 3
The others we're not changing, they're just ones that need
Yeah, I didn't have a copy of
renewed.
that. Yeah, the others would just review to see if they need anything.
Yeah.
This one I've read before. So if you don't,
I think you sent it to me and I read it too,
but if you don't pick anything out of it, then I'll let it for Bob. The only thing would be to make sure that policies align with our policies. We're almost done.
See what happens when I'm not here talking?
You said it, we didn't.
Thanks.
You knew if you waited long enough, I'd probably have a comment.
Chime in. Public comment, state your name.
These two go through. I'll have to sit with Rachel probably.
Jane Doe.
Get her through my notes.
Okay.
They're formed into one copy instead of two.
Well, yeah, because they compared with the old one and the new to get them all into one. Yeah, you can just go over this one.
Yeah, I'll say reading
824.
stands out on that.
The only thing we have so far is to update the policy.
These have to be updated.
No, just these policies, that policy, and that policy, if you want to listen.
Do you have your notes? I can give that to Rachel.
That's ready for Rachel.
Just looking at a new policy to outline boundaries between adults and students. today's world.
Like no dating.
I don't know if you're going in what order you're going.
No, I just,
We're just going particular over
it
here.
just comes with, we didn't have any particular order. Now we're down to the third numerical order.
906.
Yeah, these are the four that are just to read over and see if anything needs to be changed. And I don't think we have anything from DSBA to make any changes to any of them.
Why do I not have a copy of 906? Do you remember?
There was one of them that only had 2 copies. You have all the rest. You have 7, 8, and 11. Unless you have 2, you have 2 copies of these.
I think so.
824, I thought. one of them had 2 copies. Yeah. And so, no, I read it. I did read it before. I just don't know why I only had 2 copies for you guys. I mean, I think it's, I don't know if you guys have anything you want to change to it.
Let's see. Pretty basic.
Chain of command.
Yeah. Which works for me. Simple and basic is good.
Yeah, I don't see anything in that one.
See, this one's good, the way it is.
Yeah, I like it.
906 is good.
I didn't look at the references to see if they were up. Can't imagine a lot of reference material like that.
I'll just.
Nine oh seven is school districts one either.
I've read that one before.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward too.
Unless you you have anything for 907, 907 as is?
References for
Yeah.
908.
Yeah, I think 907 doesn't have any, just going back to that one.
I'm in 907.
School visitors, according to Rachel, there's no updated one with BSBA.
Yeah, I don't think there's updates for any of the classrooms.
No, there's only 2 actual updates with BSBA, so.
I don't have anything currently.
908, relations with parents and guardians.
I don't know what the references were, but other than that, we
So,
still.
no, they're just 3 of our own policies. My bad. So that is about the parent of the apprentice. That was that one.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Different state.
Right, that's a state statute.
Yep.
So we're good with 908. We should probably have, next time we do this, we should have more than 4 to review. Because if we're able to get through them as quickly, we could get more done. And if we don't get through them, we just push it to the next meeting.
Or ones like this, we're just,
Right,
literally
just-
look at and say, yeah,
Right.
renewing them.
Yeah, we don't, like 903, we don't need to have 5 of them on the agenda. Unless they're ones that have to be done.
Do you want next, 911?
911.
News media relations. So we say anybody with the initials SS, we don't talk to.
Wait, public comment later, right?
No, it's before the agenda. You're too late. You walked out during that time.
I was watching.
So part of this policy is communications representative will submit and suggest feature stories or articles of interest or relevance to the media. Have you,
Do we have one of those people?
do we have one? Yeah, she's our.
No, I'm not
she's-
There's that, that's one of your hats.
And we're always happy to hear ideas.
How often do schools, like, how often does the school district give you a letter, like an informative, something that you just are able to post out?
I mean, fairly often. I mean, if you look at our school pages, a lot of those are just things that the districts wrote up themselves and sent in. And if you've got an idea for a bigger story, like we've done stories here in the past on, oh, what was it? There was that capstone project where you had the kids who were doing the experiment in the greenhouse. I mean, those sorts of things will sometimes send a reporter over to do a full story. But if it's something, if you write something up and send in a picture, we will usually get it in.
Yeah, I'll usually, me or somebody, if it's not you, you tend to be my go-to person for the press enterprise, but other buildings have their go-to people, like Bill or,
Yeah, for photographers, you would go through our
Photographers.
photography department, but if you could talk to any of us, you know,
Right.
we're all on the same team, we talk to each other and would let each other know.
yeah. And the press does solicit for business for their
Oh, for the
inserts,
tabs.
ads and inserts.
For what it's worth, local paper, we believe we want to fill up as much as we can with local news, so we'd much rather run news about the school district than AP stories.
So number 5 on this one is that the communications representative will assist the board in preparing regular and special publications for the public. How many boards do you have sending you stuff?
We don't get anything from the school boards usually,
Nothing
it's
from
from
school boards.
superintendents or individual schools usually.
The references are perfect from this one.
None.
There aren't any. No references. I don't have anything for 9/11.
No.
So,
That's all we have, right?
right, you already did it at 807.1. This is done. 824.
Yeah, we didn't, only there's notes. You have that one in your pile already.
Yep.
The references need to be.
I'm just gonna keep this pile then. These were all, everything was on the website okay for you? Were you
Yep,
able
it
to-
all looked good.
Rachel's back.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah, 824, unless Bob has any issues with that, is good.
Okay. This one. I'll get Rachel to start getting it in the right format, then we'll review it to make sure it's formatted correctly.
So there's one there that doesn't have a delegation of responsibilities, and it may not need it. 807.1 for flags, it may not need delegation of responsibility. Because all it's gonna say is the superintendent or designee will make sure this policy happens. It's just a general format item for
Okay.
PSBA stuff. I don't know. If it doesn't need to be there, then we just need to change on the next page or something that's entitled number 4. It'll need to be changed to number 3.
I'll be honest with you. It's Brian who manages all the flags, you know, not, I mean, for the actual physical of the flags, but
Right.
the character programs will fall under academic affairs. Academic
So it
outreach.
probably doesn't need to be said. We probably doesn't need to be in there then.
Probably doesn't.
Because it's not like the board's gonna be doing it. If the board doesn't do it, then you do it,
Right.
or whoever you.
Building principles, this goes down the chain of command.
Right, right. We'll leave this one go to general logic and common sense and see how that works out.
Okay.
And the 903 one, if she wants me to come back in, I will, because we took PSBA's 5 pages and crossed most of it out.
Okay.
Because a lot of it was just repeat stuff. And there were some statements we pulled over to put into our existing procedures, the existing policy.
Oh, that's this one.
Yeah, both, I have the existing draft that's in the drafts and the new PSBA one, they're both there together, with notes on both copies.
You might have to sit with Rachel on that one.
I will, it's fine.
Make that one work.
I won't be able to at this moment, but I can come back down.
Yeah, she's been coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. For 1 week. This week it might be Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday. You know, it's based on her schedule. Probably based on Charlotte's schedule.
Yes.
I'll leave it all for her and she'll format it and get it all right back to you guys. And you can look at it. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Is there any public comment? Due to the quantity of public commenters available, we could probably go 4 minutes.
I was just wondering, any major changes in the policies that we should be,
Not really.
all right.
No, the SBA sent us a bunch of wordiness that we're gonna let them keep. But the one they sent us, they're new and improved. They had a couple good points. We'll pull them over into what we have, because what we have works. And what we have pretty much says everything they're saying, but ours is 2 pages and theirs is 5 pages.
Mm.
So how many of them are you changing? That's the,
How many policies?
yeah, of the ones that were up for this.
Really?
I think that's the only one we're making changes to.
Well, you're just adding a first reading of
Right.
807.1.
807,
the flag.
824.
Flags and the behaviors ones are new.
Right. But the rest,
The only thing we changed in all the review ones were some of the references.
Some of them.
yeah. Wow. Okay.
So not quite an hour. Had we started on time, we'd have been, we're sorry.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Hopefully part of all trailers.